Why is a witch's tit cold? I've never understood that either. My relationship with each one of these cars, that sounds creepy. First car I ever owned was a Baja Bug I built at a Baja shop in Michigan. That was in lieu of my pay. Monk's Motors, and he's still there. But that was a terrible car because there's no heat. Everybody knows VWs in the winter in Michigan, a terrible car. My childhood dream car, to be honest with you, would be a tank. I still wanted, that's all I've ever wanted to drive is a tank. And generally, unfortunately, as German tanks had a better style to them. The guys that helped me build stuff said they just refused to do it. I was going to buy a British tank. Everybody, even the police in the local area, says, we're not going to let you drive around here in a tank. It's unsettling to have a tank running around, especially with my head and a helmet, shrieking things in German. I'm currently driving a GTR, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And it's literally one of the most curiously intoxicating automobiles I've driven. And I drove it as a test, ended up buying the test mule, and I really, really like it. I'm just saying GTR, because if I give away the brand, you can go, what? All the other cars they're crying, literally. My wife, she likes this Nova, this badass Nova, and she calls it, my wife actually says this, boy, that's really a guy magnet. Is that something you want to tell your husband? Yeah, guys are really hitting on me all day. Well, maybe you shouldn't drive it without your top on. Why do I need to hear this? If I drove the Carrera GT, it looks like money. And I think sometimes women respond more to, boy, that dude's probably got a lot of dough. But like I said, I drive around naked because that's the relationship I have with my automobile, so. I could have had a short wheelbase 250 Ferrari a long time ago, and I bought a 330 GTC, if you know all these. I like the GTC because the character in Grand Prix that played Mr. Ferrari drove it up to the pits. Always wanted that car, and I ended up getting it. It's right over there. But the 250 short wheelbase Ferrari I could have had at bargain prices, but the one that you just can't get is GTOs, the 64, 63 GTOs. They're just absurd, $20, $30 million. I don't care how much money you make, you're not likely to drive that ever. So what I'm thinking is just stealing one.
To see more episodes of Car Collectors, subscribe to GQ.com.